You smell like a monkey, and you look like one too. Oh, hello everyone. ShroomBoomin here. You're right on time. I was just in the middle of celebrating my 0th anniversary here on YouTube. Wow. Just thinking back to all of that I've done on YouTube over the years. Like that one time or that other time that I brings back the memories. Anyways, I thought that in honor of my 0th anniversary, I would do something that I've never done before. Make a YouTube video. But what should that YouTube video be about? That'll work. Hello everyone, ShroomBoomin here. And yes, I did get new shoes. Thank you for noticing. So I originally had a different idea for my very first YouTube video, but that idea had to be disposed of. But I still really wanted to use the intro bit, so here you go. Welcome to my very first YouTube video. As you can probably see from the debt that I have behind me, I really like Skylanders. So this video is going to be dedicated to showing off some of my more recent pickups, going back to the beginning of 2026. In total, I've got about 12 or so items that I'm going to share with you today, all of which are brand new pieces to my collection. So, without further ado, let's get to it.
He shoots! He spores!
Welcome to the super spectacular Skylander Showcase, or as it would also be known, the table. And yes, that will be on the quiz. So this table is going to be used to show some of my more recent Skylander pickups within the past couple of months or so. Whether it be, smaller items or maybe some higher value in-box figures. If it's a Skylander, it counts. So up first, we've got this glow-in-the-dark Fright Rider figure. This was the oldest of my most recent pickups. And this was the last glow-in-the-dark figure that I needed to complete my Giants trio. I do have the Cinder and Sonic Boom figure. And for being a loose glow-in-the-dark figure, this Fright Rider looks very nice. I haven't noticed any chips, scratches, scuffs, dirtiness, or anything on this figure. An interesting little note about this figure. While the other two glow-in-the-dark Giants figures are fairly common in North America, Fright Rider is not. I don't think this figure was ever released in North America. I do know it's more common in Europe, so it might not be as high value over there. But I picked this guy up for about 25 bucks or so in this condition. So I think for being a loose glow-in-the-dark figure, it's in very good shape. And I'm very happy to add this guy to my collection. Can complete my Giants trio. So super stoked to have this guy. So up next, we do have a new in-box figure. And that is going to be this bronze tomb buggy from Superchargers. Box is in very good shape. Don't think it's been re-glued. There's a very small crease up here, but otherwise it's not too bad. I wanted this figure new in box because I do have the bronze roller brawl to go along with it, so this figure completed that set for me. Very clean box, not too many scuffs. And yeah, it completes my bronze Supercharger set. So again, very nice chase, very clean box, and super excited to have this one in the collection. So this next figure that I'm going to be showing is one of only 3 chase variants from this specific game, and that is going to be this clear Thunderbolt, brand new in package. It's a very clean package. There's a couple scuffs here at the bottom, but not very noticeable, and otherwise, this is a very clean looking box. While Thunderbolt might not be my favorite of the Trap Masters, he's very solid. I think this is a very nice looking chase variant. And this is one of 3 chase variants from Trap Team. And now I'm only missing 1. I do have one other one. This was the second one that I'm adding to that set. So hopefully I can pick up that third one soon. Show you guys what the full set looks like. But otherwise, very cool chase variant. Super excited to have this one in my collection. So up next, we've got the final piece that I needed to complete my Skylanders base set. And a Skylanders base set is basically all of the original regular figures, plus all the in-game variants, the magic items, the traps, the vehicles, the creation crystals, those sorts of things. And the final piece that I needed for my base set is none other than the Fire Yawn Trap. Released exclusively in Australia for some unknown reason. Yeah, the Fire Yawn Trap was the final piece that I needed for that base set. And this is not an easy piece to come by. I've been searching for this piece for probably years up to this point. And being the final one that I needed, I now get to display it next to my other 2 Yawn Traps in this custom-built stand. And check those out. The 3 Yawn Traps finally in my collection. Been looking for these things for so long. Especially that fire one there in the middle. Now I'm super excited to say that I finally have them in my collection. And it might just be because they're rare, but I think the Yawn mold is a really nice looking trap mold. It's probably my second favorite mold behind the sword traps, but either way, so stoked to finally have these in my collection. Up next, we've got an item. Can't even call it a piece, but we've got an item here to add to my collection. And that is going to be a sealed Skylanders Superchargers mobile starter pack. This is the European version. It's got the PEGI rating on it. And up there it's got the factory seal. Very clean looking box. It's got the seal there on the bottom, but no dings, no tears that I've seen. And some of you might know there's something very special about this hot streak. The fact that it's not special at all, but when you put it on the console version of the game, the console seems to call it special. So technically it is a different item than the regular hot streak, which is kind of why I picked this up, but main reason I picked this up was because it's just such a clean looking box. It's a very nice looking box. There's no dings, no scratches, no tears. Very nice looking box, but yeah, technically this hot streak is a unique figure, but either way, super stoked to have this in my collection now. Up next, we've got a very interesting feeling figure, I guess is the best way to describe it, in this Frito-Lay flocked Stump Smash figure. This was the one done with the Frito-Lay promotion during Spyro's Adventure. And this is a very nice looking figure overall. Got a couple scuffs on him, like there's one up by his head, one over here on his arm, but honestly they're not very noticeable, like especially from the front, like you can't even tell they're there. The flock figures are that weird velvet kind of material, and I don't know, it works so well for Stump Smash. Like, it looks like this figure is covered in moss, and I find that insanely cool. Like, unlike the white flocked figures from Giants, the The white just looks a little odd to me, I guess. But this green moss looking, fluff, I guess, on the original Stump Smash from Spyro's Adventure. Very nice figure. Glad to add this one to my collection. Kind of going off the moss look of the last figure. Up next, we've got this stone-looking figure, or I guess the stone Zook, however you pronounce it. This figure just looks insanely cool. I don't think the camera's going to do it justice, but the stone figures just look fantastic. I don't know how they came up with this design, but it looks like a rock. It's basically, I don't think the camera is going to do it justice, but this looks like something you just find outside. Those two different colors of gray. Yeah, this figure just looks so cool in person. I don't think the camera is going to do it justice, as I said, but again, another awesome piece. Great to have this one in the collection. Up next, we've got another figure from Skylanders Giants. My only in-box giant that I own. And it just so happens to be the purple eyebrow. Now, this box has definitely seen better days. It's starting to peel a little bit. I don't know if it's all that visible, but the glue has come away down here, a little bit up here. But the figure inside looks fantastic. This is my second of the 3 purple figures. Again, just missing one more from that set, like the clear set from Trap Team. But yeah, purple eyebrow. Not one that you see all too often. Maybe it's just because of the bigger boxes, but I tend to see the other 2 purple figures much more than I tend to see this one. But yeah, my only inbox giant. I do not own another inbox giant. But if I had to own one, this would definitely be one of the ones to own. So, great addition to my collection. Fantastic piece. And, purple's my favorite color too, so just adds even more. But love this piece. Love to have it in the collection. So, up next, we have a figure that is technically new in box, but it's in a very strange box, one that I've never seen this kind of figure come in before. It's one of the white overstock boxes. It is still sealed, got the seal on the top and on the bottom. And if you can see that, Treasure Hunt Burn Cycle. Don't know what the treasure hunt means, but I have tested this in-game and can confirm there is a patina burn cycle inside this box. But I've never heard of them coming in this box before. When I purchased this, I thought I was getting a loose figure, and then it showed up in this. But again, yeah, it's still sealed up top. So I don't know if I plan on opening this. It does work through the box, so I have confirmed it is a patina burn cycle. But it's just a very odd box. I was not expecting one of the white overstock boxes, I guess is what they're called. If they're not, let me know down below, because I've never seen a figure come in one of these boxes. I've heard of them being in these boxes before, but I've never seen one for myself. So either way, I guess, would this classify as inbox? Because it's in a box, but not in the box. I don't know. But either way, patina burn cycle, great addition to my collection. Hello everyone, future ShroomBoomin here. So just wanted to take a second to test this supposedly patina burn cycle in game. So I've got superchargers pulled up here, and when I place the regular burn cycle on the portal, you can see it shows up just fine. Just says burn cycle. And I'll take this guy off. And then if I place the special bronze tomb buggy on the portal, and that one shows up, it says special underneath. You know, when Toon Buggy came up, it said special underneath. And I'll take that one off. And when I place the patina burn cycle through the box, it also shows
Burn
up,
cycle.
but it says special underneath the burn cycle. So, just wanted to pop in real quick and say that even though I can't fully see it, there is a patina burn cycle in this box. And for the finale, I've got 2 more figures that I'd like to show off today. This package just showed up today. Have not opened it yet. Still got the shipping label up top. Have not opened this package yet. I do know what's in here though, but we're going to take a first look at that together. Now, I have not opened this box. Don't know what these figures look like, but either way, let's... Alright, got that opened. So there should be 2 figures in here. Okay. Ziploc bag. Seller packaged these very well. See if I can get in here without damaging these things. You probably already start to see them through the bubble wrap. Look at those. We've got the silver and gold stink bomb, as well as the white flocked eruptor from Skylanders Giants. Man, look at those figures. This is my first time seeing these figures in person. And wow, these things look incredible. We'll get to the eruptor in a second, but the silver and gold stink bomb, look at that. This is my first of the 3 swapper chases. You know, and I always thought it was odd that they came in mismatched colors, but I guess that's supposed to be if, you know, you get all 3 of them, you can match the colors up. But this is my first one. Can't match the colors up yet. And then we come over here to the first of the 3 white flocked figures to my collection. The white flocked eruptor. So this guy is loose. He is a little dirty. There's some, you know, dirt marks on the back on these spikes. A little bit of orangish yellow there on his leg. But I did know that buying this figure. I bought him loose. I could see in the pictures that he was a little dirty. But yeah, it feels very similar to the Flock Stump Smash from earlier. If anything, it feels almost a little less fuzzy than the Stump Smash does. But either way, 2 fantastic pieces to add to my collection. Look at those. Fantastic brand new additions to my collection. So those of you may have noticed that I've only shown 11 figures so far. You know, these 2 don't count. But that's because the 12th figure that I initially promised to show here hasn't shown up yet. There was a delay in shipping, whatever. That figure's not here yet. So I'm going to have to cut this video short, and I'll have to tack the unboxing of that figure onto my next video. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I did making it. Sharing my love of Skylanders to people who, you know, enjoy that love or might be rekindling that love after, say, growing up with the figures, not playing these games for, gosh, what has it been? 15 years now since Spyro's Adventure. But either way, again, hope you loved this video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below. Leave me a comment. Tell me how I'm doing for my first video. And what do you want to see in the future, you know? I plan to make a lot of figure videos, but, I'd also like to do some maybe rankings, some gameplay videos. Tell me what you guys want to see down below. And thank you so much for watching. This is ShroomBoomin, signing out.